Okay, this is the feature demonstration video for the Party Mod Manager. The top left corner, you will see that there is a controller overlay. This controller overlay mimics any inputs I may be doing at a time. This is to be used as a visual aid to help with the demonstration. Now, the Party Mod Manager is a mod that uses the modded command menu, and both of these are both mods that require the Reunion mod loader. There's an installation guide for both of these mods and technically also the Reunion mod loader. With that said, this is a feature demonstration for the Party Mod Manager, so let's get to that. Now we have, this is our active party: Cloud, Yuffie, Tifa, Red 13, Kate Sith, Aerith, and Barrett. The first three here, it says front, and then the last four, it says back. We go into our main menu. This is referring to our combat party, which is above Cloud, it says frontline, and our backline party, which says that above Red 13. That is what front and back is referring to. So we go back here. Front is our combat party. And if we look at our combat party, we can press X, say on Cloud. We can go down to, say, Tifa. We swap them. This actually swaps the people in the party. There's an important thing we need to keep in mind, however. If we make a change like this to a party, and then we swap party placement, this is not automatically saved. I have not figured that out yet. I would like to figure it out, but I have not yet. As you can see, we go back here, it is not saved. We can save it, however. Say we go to Cloud to Tifa, we switch those two around. We have to go to combat settings, edit party. We need to make a change to the party that automatically saves it. That may seem redundant right now. It is not, and I will show you later on. But that is how we make saves or changes to this. That is how we save changes to the party organization. So we can try and select someone that is not in our frontline party, and we get this message. You can only select someone like this if they are in the frontline party. We can change who we are playing as by pressing square. We can select anyone that is currently on the field. This is for who we are currently playing as. As you can see in the list here, when we select someone new to play as, there's this white icon of a person being followed by other people. That is the leader icon. The white one indicates the field leader. The orange one indicates the battle leader. This is who we will begin combat playing as if we enter battle, regardless of who the field leader is. If they are the same person, the icon is black. To change the battle leader, you need to hold the square button. If we try to select someone that is not in the frontline party for the battle leader, we get this message. It is the same as trying to select someone with the X button. Square to change party leader, X to select someone. Now, to the fun part. If we hold X on someone, say Red 13, he gets added to the front line. Right now, an action like this sets a selection back to the first person. So that is something I need to try and fix. But with this, we can actually add everyone into the frontline party. Again, however, as you can see, everyone's in the frontline party, but if we switch which party we are using, it gets reset. That's because we have not saved it. And this is where going into the main menu, going into combat settings, and then making a change to prompt a save. So we see, we change which party we have and then go back to it. It has been saved. So we can actually add everyone to all 3 parties by making all the changes once, making a change here, going back out, making a change to the 3rd party, adding everyone here, and last time going into the combat settings, making alteration, and here we are. Now, I can't fix, at least I don't know how to fix the bottom right corner status menu there, messing up when you have more than 3 people. That's just how it is, but now everyone is added to all 3 parties. Now, why would you want to switch party members? Very specific reason for that. Yeah, here, for synergy skills. So, how the synergy skills work is they reference everyone that is going to be besides people. Oh, that's actually a problem. Okay, so in the main menu, they are everyone that is not in the first 3, the first 3 members of the party, they're only going to reference the first 3 people. So as you can see, Cloud and Yuffie are the first 2. If we go to Barrett, his synergy skills only referencing Cloud and Yuffie. That is just a problem that has to be dealt with when it comes to the when it comes to having more than 3 people in a party. However, in combat, while we can't manually change which synergy skills are available at in battle, we can change who we are actually accessing. So if we were to say go into combat with Aerith, there's a fight here, and if I was to hold R1 to access the synergy skills, as Barrett and Red 13 are beside her when the combat starts. Nope. Barrett and Red 13 are who she has available for her synergy skills. So that is the main reason why you want to select and switch around people in the active party. Okay. Adding everyone back in. Now it's time for some of the fun parts. Even more fun. If we push right on the D-pad, we get a set of options for each character. So we can, some characters have more options than others. For example, we have Cloud here. He has an umbrella, and he has an umbrella. This is I'm calling them overrides because they will actually override what option that you have chosen for either dress code, the mod dress code, or for the changing booth outfits. He also has a selection of different outfits they can use. So if we go to Soldier and Umbrella, and then we need to do a party refresh, we do that by actually changing which party we have. As you can see, Cloud has switched to his Soldier outfit with the umbrella. You can also change what voice set Cloud is using, so if you like his voice from the past in Nibelheim, you can set it to this, and he should be using it. Likewise, similar vein, you can change Red's voice. Okay. Well, it does change it. The other person with a voice change is Barrett, with one for his dying boss fight. Right, so you can say Claw and Corral. This will change Barrett. So, oh, also with Barrett, he has sunglasses. Yuffie has an option for whether or not she's available for the piano, same as Aerith. Kate Sith has an option that lets you summon his Moogle. This guy's great. Let's go back and change everyone. Normal. Oh, within the options, up and down goes to different selections, while left and right on the D-pad cycles you through the different groupings. If we push left on the D-pad from the party list, we get party options. This one is for later. These two kind of do the exact same thing, but in reverse. So if we exit out of here, we can swap party members or parties. If we go back here, if we disable this, we can no longer do that. Likewise, if we disable both of them, same thing, you can't do it. They do the same thing in reverse. This is for later as well. So if you're in a story location where you can't change your party, you can actually reactivate the ability to do so. Likewise with here, I may need to change how this works, but we can deactivate the ability to call the Chocobo, which you need to be either Yuffie, or not Yuffie, Tifa or Cloud to do so. I cannot call the Chocobo, party-wide mountable. Now I can call the Chocobo. With party-wide mountable set, the entire party gets on the Chocobo. With leader-only mountable set, only the leader gets on the Chocobo. This is going to be important later. So, that is party options, which is left on the D-pad. Specific member options is with right on the D-pad from the party list. Now, it gets funner again. Pushing the select button, we get this. What this is the config options, which you get from the Reunion Mod Loader menu. It is these options. I just made it so then it's accessible directly from the Party Mod Manager command menu. So, the overrides are actually an option that is toggleable. So I've deactivated all of them. You might want to do this if you use dress code mods, as that is a much better way to change character outfits. Some characters, however, will result in not having any options. So select menu again. I'm going to start with broken options. There are a lot of broken options. They're called broken because I don't know if they actually do anything. But they get added to the options list. I don't know if these do anything. It's just there because maybe they do and I haven't figured it out yet. If you want to mess around with these, go ahead. Regardless, generally you might want to just have this selection toggled off. There are debug options. So if we go here, let's say we got debug for menu access options, and then directly changing party status. You most likely don't want to change these. You definitely don't want to set a character to battle away. It is here as just an option. If you go into combat with anyone set to battle away, it will crash your game. Keep away from this. But if you want to have some fun, for debug, you can disable menu access for one character. You could say of Barrett, I can't change his equipment anymore. And for Tifa, I cannot change her materia anymore. So if we enter main menu, materia, Red 13 is no longer here as we've disabled his menu access. Barrett, was Barrett materia? Yeah, Barrett's materia is no longer changeable. Well, Tifa's equipment is no longer changeable. Is this... Oh no, it's backwards. Okay, I'll have this fixed. Damn it. Anyways. Fixing everyone. So that is debug options. It's just there in case if it's necessary. Last but not least, member control. Oh, wait, I forgot. Debug options enabled activates this, which is everyone, including young Aerith. So, young Aerith is a character that you can play as. Technically, she barely has any support. She's just there for completionist sake. However that's pronounced, said, whatever. So, disabling debug options, going back to member control. L1 and R1 takes us back and forth between people that are in the party and people that are not in the party. If we press left on the D-pad, we get new party options for member control. So we have default add to, backline, frontline, default remove to, cast, and none, default guest date, which is guest and extra, as well as update menu access. By default, this is what it is, and generally I'll say leave it as such, although you might want to switch default remove to cache. Let's leave it as that. What this will do is say we want to add Zack and Sephiroth to the party. We hold them, and it'll say moving Sephiroth to the back line. They have not been added yet because they have not been spawned into the field yet. I have not figured this out either. I'm still working on that. To get them to spawn in, press X to open up the command menu, and then we switch parties like we did with changing our overrides. And there they are. Now they've been added to the menu. And because we have update menu access enabled, we can actually come in here, and here they are. These two, they have synergies with only Cloud. So if we want them in combat, see, this is an important thing to remember. We need to deactivate member control if we want to switch from front and back line again. But if we say want to have them have synergies with anyone, for both Zack and Sephiroth, we need to put Cloud beside them. So if we were to go into combat and we were to play as Cloud, he would have the synergy skills for Zack and Sephiroth. While Zack and Sephiroth, likewise, would only have the synergy skills with Cloud. We go back to... oh, yep. I'll get to that. We reactivate member control. We can also add Sid and Vincent. There are a lot of problems with Sid and Vincent as they were not fully implemented. Same with Zack and Sephiroth. But we can add them to the party. Let's see, where are they? Here they are. So, where's Sid? Sid? Oh, here he is. These two, do not take them into combat. Or at least, not while you're controlling them and not with them in the front line. They are not combat ready. They will crash the game. But you can mess around with them. They are fun. Let's remove them from the part. No, actually, yeah. Okay, so an important issue to keep in mind is that Chocobos are glitchy, most especially with additional characters. If you were to run into, well, even before that, if you were to enter Chocobo, or get onto a Chocobo with the entire party, with extra characters in front and back lines, your game will get into an unrecoverable state where your only safe bet is to save it and then reload it. If you don't do that, it will gradually get into a worse and worse playable state. Chocobos are really, really glitchy with extra characters. There are workarounds. So with characters, extra characters, you can say toggle extras out of party. This will set everyone to extra, which is this option we set. If we press it again, everyone gets set to the back line. So if we get everyone out of the party, as you can see they're no longer here, but they are on the field. And we can change which party we have and they stay here. This is important because if we get on a Chocobo, they do not attempt to get on the Chocobo. Which means we can actually run around. And get into combat. And nothing breaks. Alternatively, this is a bit more risky, but if people are in the party, we can toggle leader only mountable. This will make it so then only your leader will want to get on a Chocobo. This will work for running around and doing basic terrain actions. It will also work for getting into and out of combat. What will not work is for specific terrain actions such as climbing up and down walls or other various specific Chocobo actions. It may seem like it should work. It does sometimes. Other times, your characters will actually summon a Chocobo only for the action of going up and down these walls, or whatever action you are doing, and then they will release that Chocobo. It is annoying because, or else this would be a perfect solution. It is not. You can rely on this, however, to keep people in the party, if you're just running around and engaging in fights. That said, let's remove everyone to have them deleted. And when you remove them from the party and you have update menu access, this will as well remove them from the menu. Another thing you can do is when you add people to your party. So they should be here. There they are. As you can see, here they are. Oh, do keep in mind if you add if you add Vincent and Sid to the menu, if there's too many people, you get visual issues like this. If you add Sid and Vincent to the menu, try to access this right here, the game will crash. Do not access a bunch of their stuff. it is really best if you have them out and you disable menu access. Go back to debug. Even then, if we say disable extra member view here, that's all we changed for Sephiroth and Zack, who are not in the party. Oh, wait, no, never mind. Those two need to be... Okay, you switch everyone to extra or guest like this. They don't appear here. That's what that does. Meanwhile, if we toggle this back, we have disabled Sid and Vincent from menu access, but Sephiroth and Zack still technically are. We open this back up. Here they are. Again, disable them from being viewed if they're not on the field. Or if they're not in the party, but they're on the field. That's what that does. And, is that it? Is that it? I think that's it. Oh, okay, so I guess be careful with Chocobos, with the extra party members. They will crash your game. Going to combat with either Vincent and Sid will crash your game if they're not in the back line and you're not playing. If you're either playing as them and you get into combat, or they're in the front line when you get into combat, your game will crash. Zack and Sephiroth do not have full materia and ability support. So, for example, if either Zack and Sephiroth try to cast a spell while on Aerith's Arcane Ward, the game will crash. There is another mod that you can install that will fix most, if not all, of those issues. Likewise, for these guys, they do not have all the animations on the field. That's just a visual thing that you have to tolerate. But, yeah. Oh, last thing. So, let's say you want to add in young Aerith. She doesn't spawn normally like everyone else. You have to select her, add her. Now, what you do next is you have to fast travel. This will spawn her in properly. She's here somewhere. Maybe you have to... Okay, I don't think she's been spawned. Okay, so you have to change your party first and then you fast travel. That's it. That's it. Or else she will spawn at some origin point that is random in the middle of the ocean and you will be stuck. But here she is. And then you can play as her. She'll probably crash the game if you try to do anything special. She's just here because she can. She does not have any follow AI, so if you don't actually control her, you control someone else and you run around, she will just stand there. And even if you disable debug options, she will be here as long as she's available in the field. You can remove her, and there she is. So, bye-bye, young Aerith. And, okay. I guess she's just there. But she's an option to play as if you just want to mess around. And I think that's it. Party Mod Manager. The mod is a modded command menu. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And okay, so I think that's it. Sorry about this last few seconds being kind of dead. This video is, I think, done. Bye-bye.